All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Collins Arena for the men's action. Now we have our Brookdale Jersey Blues facing off against the Camden Cougars. What did you think? You're talking to Coach Paul for a little bit. What was he talking about?
Yeah, Coach Cizek was really just emphasizing, the same stuff we've been hearing from him all year. Tough defense, stop the dribble penetration, rebounding. Couple, key matchups for them. The big man Cubbage, who was recently added to this team. There's going to be maybe a little bit of work trying to figure him out a little bit because not a lot of scouting on him yet. And the attacking ability of the guards, just all kinds of things that they've kind of been working on all season.
Yeah, this is going to be a very, very evenly matched up team. Brookdale's 11-9, Camden's 12-7, and they're both 10-6 and 10-5 respectively in the region. So this is really coming down to the wire for Brookdale and picking up these last couple region wins.
Yeah, and Coach Cizek talked about getting these last. There's got 6 games left. It's about getting as many wins as you can, moving yourself up into a better spot when it comes to tournament time. So this is one of those games that they're really team that's kind of on their level. They would like to just outplay them tonight and get the victory.
Yeah, I wasn't here for the last game when they were facing Cumberland, I believe it was.
Yeah.
But I was talking to Brian Crosby before the start of the women's game, and he was saying it came down to the wire. He had a layup and a steal at the end that really sealed it for him to get another win. And, we saw this team at the beginning of the season. We're not used to seeing 11-9 on a record.
Definitely not. And we're not used to seeing any losses, period, really.
Yeah.
And, it's a different team, bunch of different guys here, but, it's the same coaching staff and the same mentality of, defense first, rebounding, defense fundamentals.
Yeah.
And the offensive end, you take what the other team gives you, and at any given point, that, that can come from a variety of different players. Whether it's some outside shooting, whether it's some dribble penetration, or you have the big guys, Crosby and Allen inside. So depending on how the other team matches up is really how the offense goes. But defense and rebounding is always the same. It's always about effort, and Coach Cizek likes to stress that to his players as much as he can.
Last time these two teams matched up, Camden took it at home 88-75. That was earlier in December. But I think this is a lot different of a Brookdale team from months past.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they've had time to mature. They've got their roles. They know what they're going to be doing, and it's important for them to understand that, if you're not doing the job, somebody's right there behind you that's going to be able to do the job. So Coach Cizek's not going to hesitate to pull you out of the game. He's not going to be too hard on them, but at the same time, he expects a lot of great things from them, and he's going to hold them to a higher standard.
So Camden getting introduced now, and they are coming in with just a 7-man squad. And one of them, as you said, number 44, Roosevelt Cubbage, will keep the eye on him, as he is a fairly new addition to the team. So new to the point where, as you said, like as Coach Cizek was saying, that they barely had a chance to really get a look at him.
And the big man Cubbage is someone that Coach Cizek was a little bit worried about in the pregame, talking about they don't know what he's doing. They know he's big and they know he's athletic, and they're going to see if they're going to be able to match up with him early on. And just not a lot of scouting on him again, so it'll be interesting to see if Coach Abatista decides to go to him a little bit more with the inexperience of guarding him. So we'll see.
It's Corey Brown coming back into the starting lineup. Boy, he was out for a couple games.
Suspended for 2 games after the technical foul issue a couple weeks ago now. But he's going to return and to give them definitely a boost on both ends of the floor. And one of the reasons that he does start is because he can play both sides of the ball very well.
Noah Dean coming back in as well.
Yeah, Noah Dean. We talked to Coach Charlie Hawthorne last week. Coach's decision with Noah Dean maybe wasn't getting exactly what he wanted from Noah Dean. So Noah Dean kind of not getting a lot of minutes last game, but looks like he's got it all together. Back in the starting lineup today. He's definitely going to be ready to contribute.
Isaiah Johnson and Corey Brown both posted up 20 points apiece when these two teams last faced, and Isaiah Johnson is averaging 23.1 per game. He is 12th on the national annals and 2nd in the region 19, so he is really doing a phenomenal job on offense this season.
And even now with the starting lineup, we start to see pretty much the same lineup, game in and game out from Coach Cizek.
Yeah.
With Johnson and Brown in the backcourt, and Dean, and either Allen or Crosby up, in the middle. But pretty much the same group of guys, and Cox also. So it's been the same group of guys pretty much for the second part of the season here now.
So no need to go out and get something to eat when you can have Domino's delivered right to your doorstep. Domino's in Red Bank, 6th English Plaza. You can order online through the app on your phone, or just go old school and call them on the telephone. Proudly sponsoring the men's and women's Brookdale teams this year.
Coach Cizek also stressed the importance of stopping number 1 DeAndre Williams for Camden. He's a really good guard, quick, good handles, and get to the basket. So I think he came in here last year, gave them a little bit of a problem last year also. So it'll be interesting to see how they contend with him early on.
Immediately right there.
And there's a quick lack.
Wow.
That was quick.
Yep. Raquan Brown-Johnson coming up and laying, one of the, basically only really had a handful of dunks here at the Collins Arena so far this year, where we were used to it with Corey Sones last year. Finding Allen inside, he goes around the other side of the rim, and it bounces in.
A good move by Allen, using the rim to actually protect the ball, and gets underneath the rim and just lays it in. When you're that big, you can just kind of throw it up there and it kind of rolls right in.
Yeah. 2-2. Fast pace of this game already. Both teams drawing blood on their first offensive possessions.
Brookdale coming out in a man defense to start with here.
Nice spacing there, and he had an easy jumper. Those are 2 guys right there you want to keep your eye on for Brookdale.
Good ball movement there on that possession, definitely.
Nice job finding Terrell Cox for an open jumper.
Big man Allen working the baseline. Noah Dean at the top of the key, pretty much at the foul line.
Yeah.
And Cox on the wing, just spacing the floor really well and occupying, right amount of space and finding the open shot.
Something I've been seeing as the season's been going on, and it's very interesting, is how the sophomores have worked their way out of the starting lineup. We have a full court of freshmen here for the Brookdale men's squad.
Yeah, and that goes to show that Coach Cizek has an open mind. He tended to start a lot of the upperclassmen last year as well, but really just going now with the guys that have experience playing more minutes every game. And at this point, in the season, you've got half the season behind you already, so you kind of know what your role is going to be going forward. You've
had guys like Isaiah Johnson and Corey Brown and Terrell Cox really step up and take some leadership roles out there on the court. 7-4 with Camden Cougars in the lead. That 3 is no good.
And that's a good sign for Brookdale when Williams is missing outside shots early here.
Jumper was short there for Norbert Allen. I don't know if you could call that a jumper.
And if you're the Cougars, you're probably happy with that shot. If you get Norbert Allen 18 feet away from the basket taking a jump shot, it's probably a successful defensive possession for you. Yeah. So Albert's got to be a little bit more patient with that ball and try to find a cutter.
Camden trying to set something up. 15 on the shot clock.
Good block there by the big man.
Cubbage hasn't been doing much in these opening minutes. He's really been more part of the screen game.
Well, you wonder how many times he's seen a man of his size, guarding him. I mean, Norbert Allen's a big guy, probably bigger than him, and I don't think there's too many times, in this region that you come across a guy on the other side that could probably, take 50 points in a couple inches on you.
Exactly. So. Yeah. He's the tallest guy on the team, standing at 6'7".
And Allen's early on. Norbert's really dominating that matchup early on.
Yeah.
Good move by Corey Brown to get inside and draw the foul, but he traveled first. Right idea, just didn't execute it.
We're going to head back the other way. And the men as well are very similar to the women in the fact they have a pretty packed schedule coming up in the next week. They play Thursday, and then just following that right to Saturday. A little push, but a little bit of an acting job there by Rosbia.
I think both coaches can kind of appreciate that schedule because they haven't had a chance to play a lot of basketball with the weather that we've had. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. They had a lot of time off because of the weather. So I think they kind of appreciate having a couple games this week and even over the weekend really get back into the flow of playing basketball.
Yeah, we were talking to Coach Bob before the game, and he was scrambling to try to find some games.
Yeah.
It's tough right at this point in the season. 7-4 still is the score, with Camden in the lead. 16.5 left in this first half. Isaiah Johnson.
And that hang time is impeccable. He's up there for a long time, and drew the contact, but was able to stay up there, you know, and use his strength to just control the ball and put it right in the basket.
Johnson is too good at that, driving the rim and drawing the foul.
Yeah, if you're a coach, you're telling your guys you got to stop him before he gets to that point. You got to cut off his first step, because once he's got that first step, he's going right by you, and he's going up to the basket. Once he's up in the air, it's too late. He's getting over everybody.
Johnson ties it up 7-all now. Camden trying to set something up here.
Cox has done a good job early on DeAndre Williams.
Yeah.
Williams lets it fly from down deep.
He couldn't get his hands on it. It was rebounded by Covage. Now they have a fresh shot clock, but they're not going to take any time.
Good block by the big man.
2 blocks so far for Norbert Allen.
He's making his presence felt out there. You know, and that's something we didn't see early on in the season. You know, you figure with his size and his ability, he'd be able to block more shots and cause a lot of havoc in the paint. And teams are probably getting into the paint. Coach Cizek even stressed it a little bit. They're getting into the paint, getting way too many easy shots. So if he can play a little better on the defensive end, really help out his teammates and just, you know, cause difficult shots for the other team.
Yeah, and we would always have the same conversation when we watch him in warm-ups. You know, he's so big. I think now he's finally getting the right coaching that he finally needed to get some to execute on some of those skills.
Good pass by Johnson and a good power dribble there. Couldn't connect, but you know, a good decision to put the ball on the floor, get a step closer to the basket. You know, it's a work in progress, but it's, you know, you can definitely see the growth that he's had even from the beginning of this season.
Ooh, just saved there.
A little bit lucky that one didn't roll out of bounds. Good heads-up play by Noah Dean. Again, Brown penetrating.
And there's a block of their own, but Brown grabs it again.
Big man finishes strong at the basket. Thought he maybe wanted to go up for a dunk there, kind of got it knocked away, but able to get, you know, so much strength on that ball, just rolls right in.
Seems like we're going to have Crosby check in, as well as Jamil Ali is going to head in for Camden. Now, we had a similar situation Brookdale was in a couple weeks ago. I believe he was facing off against Gloucester County, or it was, I think it was Gloucester County. They only had 7 players, and they had to play one man down at one point when foul trouble started to come in.
It's like Coach Cizek got a warning.
That's very early warning for Coach Cizek. He's not even close to being fired up. This referee's really not taking anything.
As a fellow coach, I can kind of understand that. Once in a while, you like to point out what the referees like to miss, and they don't like to hear it, so understandable.
So he's getting checked early.
Just let the referees do their job and coach do his job, and everyone will be all right.
Isaiah Johnson with the 3. Brookdale taking their first lead of the night, 12-7.
Good job by Crosby to, you know, make Hubbage catch that ball really far away from the basket. Oh, tough rebound there.
Yeah.
Good job by Dean and Crosby to get to that ball.
It was bouncing around. It was really tough to time out that jump.
And, you know, it's the little things that win you the game. And, you know, a play like that where Crosby just forces Hubbage to catch the ball 18 feet away from the basket, just not where he wants to be, uncomfortable, have to give up the ball. Good defensive possession. Ooh, a little too much on that pass. Brown. But you see it early on here. Corey Brown's really getting in the paint and, you know, very willing to pass to his teammates. You saw Norbert Allen catch one earlier, and now that one to D, maybe not the greatest pass in the world, but, you know, the idea was there, that, you know, the play was there. And if you're Coach Cizek, you're happy that the right play and decision is being made. You might want to improve on the execution, but that's something that you could definitely build off of as long as the play's going the right way.
Get another chance at it as it was smacked right out of bounds. Find inside Crosby. Off the glass is no good.
Good job of denying Williams the penetration there again. This time Isaiah Johnson rather on Williams.
That was a tough pass.
Good defensive effort here early on.
13-22. The score remains 12-7. We're going to get the first time out. I think Brook, they started off a little slow, but now they're firing it up.
Yeah, and it's because of their defensive effort.
Yeah.
You saw Allen block a couple shots early on there. You see them stopping Williams, trying to penetrate. So doing everything they kind of wanted to do early on, protecting the paint, stopping the dribble penetration, and on the other end, making the shots that they need to be making, getting pretty good looks. A couple possessions maybe not going their way, but overall a good effort, and it shows on the scoreboard.
If you want to see some more high-flying action, come by here March 17th and 18th for the Harlem Globetrotters. The Washington Generals are looking for their first win. It's their revenge tour, they are coining it. Tickets are on sale now. You can head over to harlemglobetrotters.com and ticketweb.com as well, or you can call the Columns Arena box office at 732-224-2070. Head over to harlemglobetrotters.com for any more details. March 17th and 18th. Come down for some family fun.
Johnson loses control.
Trying to force it there, and he is... Oh, a big block by Terrell Cox from behind.
I didn't think he was going to get there.
That was huge.
And a good defensive possession. Forces the travel. And
DeAndre Williams was flying.
And that's the kind of effort Coach Cizek was talking about. It looked like DeAndre Williams was all alone by himself. Cox hustling back on defense, got up there. You said, you know what? If I commit the foul, it's going to be a hard foul. But he got to the ball, knocked the ball out, and made a great defensive play. One of the best ones we've seen all season.
Yeah, that was huge. I mean, DeAndre Williams was flying down the court. Terrell Cox with a huge defensive play there. Coming up again with a nice rebound.
Good patience by Cox.
Yeah, chose to go left. He had screens on both sides. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Nice hesitation there. Just a smart move.
Smart basketball there by Cox. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, took a couple dribbles, got a little bit closer, made an easier shot. Ooh. Oh, there's a hard foul there by Crosby. Looks like a missed assignment there.
Yeah. I think Coach Cizek was trying to get the refs' attention about something with the substitutions. Regardless, foul was called on Crosby. The first foul shot does not land.
Not a lot of fouls called early on here.
No.
Something we saw in the women's game.
Exactly, yeah.
Pretty quick.
Exactly. Both of those missed. Score is going to remain 14-7 with 12 minutes left. Terrell Cox driving in. Nice rebound by Crosby, but he tosses it right out of bounds. It's a nice grab by Coach Abatista there.
Yeah. Crosby kind of threw it right to him. So now Williams on the bench.
Corey Brown's going to get called on that one.
Be interesting to see who dominates the ball, because Williams, the lead ball handler for the Camden Cougars. So it looks like Brown Johnson for now will handle the point guard duties, but we'll see if they maybe kind of rotate that.
Bennett comes in for Brown. Just under 12 minutes remaining. And Dean kind of got out of position there.
Lack of communication on the defensive end.
Yeah.
Back to the free throw line we go.
2 quick fouls picked up for Crosby. Now Norbert Allen's going to take his place. See if they can sink these. That's 3 missed free throws.
A lot of missed free throws early on here, and you hate to say it now, but this may end up getting them. By the end of the game, this may end up hurting them.
Yeah, it would be a 14-10 game right now. And they get something out of that trip to the stripe. 14-8 now. Justin Harris.
A lot of fouls now being called.
Right as we just said, there weren't many fouls. Yeah. Always. And, you know, this is a team you really can't get in too much of foul trouble. They've done a good job only picking up 2 at just about the 11.5 mark here because they only got 2 guys they can sub in on the bench. But he's making a lot of quick substitutions.
Trying to keep his guys fresh.
Yeah. And that's the complete opposite to what we saw. I believe it was Gloucester County. I think I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Gloucester County that had the similar situation. They had 2 guys foul out.
I believe it was Gloucester. A lot of action away from the ball.
Yeah.
So another turnover. Not a lot going right on the offensive end here for Camden Cougars.
Just under 11 minutes now. Score still 14-8. Been a little stagnant on offense for both teams.
And Norbert Allen in the middle.
Oh, he had Dean.
He did, but probably a good decision to just maybe not throw away that pass. That time they contested Johnson, you know, on his way up, and that's how you got to stop him. Cox steps up, take the charge. We've seen Cox do that a bunch of times. He's really good at that, anticipating the move by the offensive player.
Yeah, tough move by Cox there.
Offensive foul on number 24, Raquan Brown Johnson. First personal, full. Team foul.
Trying to get something open. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Bennett driving in. His putback is no good.
Bennett again penetrating, but unable to get anything going at the basket.
Nice defense by Cox. He had 2 big guys down there in the middle. Couldn't grab that rebound though.
Cox again doing a good job stopping the effort of Williams there. Goes Williams again. He's going to work off a screen. Looking to post Crubbage. Good defense by the big man, Allen.
He's shutting him down. But a good shot there.
It's a tough shot. Probably good defensive possession. They made a tough shot. But, you know, Crubbage getting shut down. And a good job by Terrell Cox also. Shut down DeAndre Williams. You go to the third option. It's probably, you know, if the third option is going to score, that's probably not going to beat you all night. Cox in the corner.
Open. And he bangs it in.
And that's how Coach Cizek wants to execute that offense. Get that ball moving, get the defenders moving, and find the open man.
17-10 with 9:10 left.
Williams starting to get going a little bit, Williams. Starting to get a little bit more aggressive.
Norbert Allen really, you know, he's saying it was my bad. Kind of got in the way of Terrell Cox from defending him. Javon Bennett now calling up a play. Isaiah Johnson,
nice
there
catch
he goes.
And shoot there. Johnson flashing to the top, right through the screen. Nothing but net.
20-12 now with 8.5. Driving in, and another block by Allen.
And the better part was to save that ball.
Yep, that's what did it.
Johnson's got a couple guys trailing. Slow it down now.
Nice shot finding Dean. He's going to go across the baseline.
Allen had it for a second, but couldn't hang on. Yeah, Allen had a tough time getting back on the defensive end there.
That's where it kind of hurts. When you get a lot of those fast break possessions going back and forth, he gets winded pretty easily.
Good pull by Cox.
Looked good coming out. Nobody grabbed onto it from Camden, and it tipped right back out to Javon Bennett.
Allen caught the ball pretty deep there. trying to avoid the double team. Good
Bennett
kick.
for three.
It's a good kick. Good patience there by the big man.
Yeah. Jersey Blues shooting 4 for 4 from behind the arc. There's a long three of their own from Camden. Another rebound grab there by Sam Maggette. Cougars slowing things up now after that rebound.
Looking for Cubbage.
Trying to set him up. He's been pretty quiet all night.
Good move inside.
There he goes. Coach Chizak going to take his
Cubbage with a good post move, faking baseline, coming back to the top, then going back down to the baseline. So, a little nifty move there by Cubbage, and maybe Coach Chizak wants to let his big man know how to guard that.
Good move for him, but Isaiah Johnson 2 for 2 from behind the arc. Terrell Cox 1 for 1. Corey Brown as well. Norbert Allen 3 blocks so far in this game. Give us a little bit of entertainment here at the break. The Brookdale Jersey Blue cheerleaders. 23-16 with 6:51 remaining in this first half. And these three-pointers have been firing up this Brookdale offense.
Yeah, and it's the penetration and also the good post play by Norbert Allen and the good decisions to kick the ball out. He's had a pretty good impact so far in this game. Probably outplaying his matchup Cubbage right now, although we saw Cubbage maybe with a nice move on the last possession. But Allen doing a really good job with 3 blocks and just causing a lot of problems inside.
Can't count out Terrell Cox either, who's been really kind of making DeAndre Williams pretty irrelevant out there on the court and making himself look like an all-star.
Yeah, and coming off our last game here, Cox really stepped up down the stretch, made a couple big shots for them, really boosted his confidence, and now you see him kind of stepping into a leadership role, taking on the matchup, the key matchup, the guy that they want him to stop, taking that responsibility on, and also on the offensive end, knocking down some shots, facilitating the offense as well. So a lot of growth here from the young Terrell Cox.
Yeah, and he knows this is a huge game. I mean, they are neck and neck right there in the region. This is one they cannot afford to drop. He's going to head things up coming out of the timeout. Nice shot, another three. Isaiah Johnson. He is something else tonight.
Good move by Cubbage.
Tyler Grzeski coming in with a rebound off the bench. Oh, Noah Dean couldn't finish at the rim. Timeout called by Camden now.
30 seconds, timeout.
And, credit Dean for running the floor in that last possession there, but couldn't finish.
So the next game up for the men's is this Thursday against Northampton. And they got a lot of games as well to finish out the season. Sussex, Atlantic Cape, Bergen, and Union. So many of those, maybe if they try to get any more, they're playing until just about 10 days before the region starts, which is a good place you want to be. That's where Coach Bob was trying to go. He got one of his last game of the season canceled. He's trying to find a replacement, but unless the schedule has been updated, it seems like Coach Chizak is really, he's got the rest of his season panned out for him. Tyler Grzeski trying to shut down a Getty down there. Forces him out of the paint. Six on the clock.
Deep three.
Wow. About 4 steps behind the arc there.
No hesitation.
No. Like he's been shooting it all his life. We have another substitution for the Cougars once they get the chance.
Good patience by Cox and a good move.
That was great.
Terrell Cox.
28-19 now. 5:15 in the half.
Good move. And a good job by Williams to just avoid the charge call and just stop on the dime and feed the ball into the big man in the post.
Seems we're going to have a foul called.
Bennett trying to get to the basket.
Foul number 35, Javon Roseville. That's his first personal foul.
They've been doing a good job of, you know, kind of spreading out those fouls. No players really clumped up a decent amount.
Yeah, both teams doing a good job of really, you know, playing solid defense.
Yeah.
Not fouling too much.
Crosby's really the only one who's picked up a pair.
Brown Johnson.
He's got half of the fouls for Brookdale, so.
Yeah. And second one doesn't go for Terrell Cox. It's Von Bennett. Nice job rolling over to that defense, stopping the three-point.
And a good help by Noah Dean.
Yeah, they're going to get him over the top on that.
Noah Dean just standing his ground and, you know, stop the penetration there. And again, a good job of reacting to what they've been talking about and stopping the dribble penetration. And you know, one shot, no good. Grab that rebound and come back down. So really a good job of the fundamentals Coach Cizek was talking about in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, just like that, Rosebia picks up his second foul in rapid succession. And this is a Terrell Cox we really haven't seen before. I've never seen him in such a zone on this court. He's usually a very solid player. Don't get me wrong.
Really good command of this game. He's really got a good feel for what Coach Cizek wants him to do and what the defense is doing.
He is on it, and he gets that one as well, bringing up to a 30-21 lead now.
And a much more confident player after that, you know, that big finish that we saw last week on Thursday. Just much more confidence and much, you know, really showing his ability here.
Trying to make a cut to the basket was Aghetti. Nice job there by Johnson.
Good job to control that ball.
Yeah.
Johnson drawing a little contact, but looks like they will call a foul. Coach Albatista not thrilled about that call.
Yeah, so now the Cougars picking themselves up. 3 pretty quick fouls.
And they'll be in the bonus. Now Brookdale will go to the free throw line for the 1-on-1 in the next opportunity.
So now you got 2 players. So you're good play. I mean, Camden really doesn't have anybody that they can't throw out on the court and have a good squad. It's a really solid set of 7 guys.
But again, it's only 7.
It's only 7, and 2 of them have 2 fouls already.
Kind of forced into the rotation.
Yeah.
Nothing much you can do about it.
Second one rolls in with 3:48 remaining. Yep, they'll get him on that one.
Caught Williams. Again, a really good job of handling Williams today.
Yeah.
That's probably been the difference in this game.
Yeah, Terrell Cox has really been keen on him. Yeah. Well, looking at Williams, seeing him in pre-games, it looked like he was going to be one of the guys to watch on their team. He's fast, he's got a good shot, but he's, as you said, he's definitely winning that matchup. Nice poke out there. Good shot defense there by Isaiah Johnson. Pushing the pace.
Good pass there to Bennett and a big time block. If you're Bennett, you want to come with a pump fake on that situation. Get him up in the air and draw the foul.
Cox is going to pass it in with 27 seconds on the shot clock. Still a lot of time.
Catch by Johnson.
Ooh. Just a little short on that one.
Tough shot there.
Coach Cizek trying to tell him to come get the ball, play with a little patience. Take some time off of this clock.
Good kick there to Johnson.
It's 2 missed threes for
rebound
him.
by Grzeski.
Yeah.
Easy to get aggressive, go to the basket there. No good there.
Always been a very scrappy player, even dating back to last season. He's a tough kid.
Good job by Bennett to step up and take that charge. Len Bates comes in for the first time.
Offensive foul, 24, Raquan Brown Johnson. Second personal, 7.
That one now put Brookdale in the bonus.
Heads into the game for Brookdale. Harris heads into the game for the Cougars.
So now that's 3 players with 2 fouls for Cougars.
And they call a foul off the ball there. A little bit too aggressive there by Grzeski, trying to set the screen for Dean.
2 minutes remaining. Brookdale holding on to that 11-point lead. Trying to build on it before the half, and Camden trying to cut it down.
Nice little jump stop there.
Oh, yeah. That was a good move by Gotti.
Hanging around. Camden's just hanging around, doing enough to just kind of stay in this game. Penetration by Bates.
Ball tipped out. He's got to slow it up. Didn't have the guys.
Good decision there to slow that one down. A little bit of confusion here.
Yeah.
Oh, high pick there. No good.
He flies in to try to grab the rebound. He touches it last.
Not a bad shot there, just couldn't knock it down. And that could have been a big basket as we head close into the halftime here. But
that would have been huge.
Now they're going to need to get a stop here as they're in danger of going down double digits on this possession. Johnson fighting for position out there.
Cox driving to the baseline.
He stepped on the baseline.
Cougars ball.
Coach Chizak coaching from the sidelines, letting them know that's not the way they run things.
Taking a lot of time here.
Yeah, got a 4-second differential between the clocks. Grabbing his own rebound. He gets fouled going up again.
Good effort by the big man to get it in the paint.
Yeah.
Just keep fighting for it. Couple big free throws here.
Foul call number 2, Javon Bennett. That's his first.
32-23. He's trying to make it 25 with these 2 shots.
That looks a lot better going into the half.
You got that right. There's 1.
If you're Coach Batista, you're probably okay with, you know, the score where it is, but you don't like the foul trouble that you're in right now.
Exactly. That's really going to be the thorn on their side. You know, they were down by 11. If he can make this and they can get a good defensive possession, he's not in a bad spot scoreboard-wise, but fouls are going to be really trouble down at the end of the game.
Good job by Cubbage making both those. So if they can get a quick stop here, 7-point game going to the half. See what Brookdale decides to run here.
5
Cox,
seconds.
good pull. Nice shot.
Makes it.
Big time.
Big 3-pointer.
Just as we said it, it's a 10-point game now.
Yeah. So that's kind of a big punch to the gut right there. You know, Camden was starting to bring it back a little bit, had a 7-pointer. Then Terrell Cox nailing that 3. He's 2 for 2 from behind the arc. Corey Brown's 1 for 1. Isaiah Johnson missed 2 at the tail end there, but he's still 3 for 5. And we've heard Coach Chizak say before, the threes can be a big part of their game plan.
Yeah, definitely. And the emergence of Terrell Cox on the offensive end of the ball has been great for them. And he's been the difference in this game, definitely winning his matchup against Williams and really, doing hitting shots from, getting to the paint, making layups. That three right there, with the clock ticking down, a sign of a confident shooter. So a really kind of breakout game for him.
So Cubbage has been a little bit of a slow to start off, but now he's starting to fire it up again. But like we were saying, the three guys with fouls are really going to hurt them.
Yeah, with a short bench, not a lot to work with. We'll be interested to see if he decides to go with a quick substitution pattern.
Yeah.
Try to kind of not let anybody get into a lull, get tired, and start fouling, because it's when usually you start fouling when you get a little bit tired, and when you have issues with that. Or maybe does he just stick with 5 guys and really, when someone fouls out, put the next guy in, because that could be a strategy you could employ too. And you just hope that you get enough time out of certain guys. If really you feel that they're all doing a good job, that maybe you just go with who's on the court, and the next guy comes in and just steps up.
Yeah, it's Rosbia, Ageti, and Brown Johnson with the 2 fouls, and they got one other guy with 1 foul lurking in there as well.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to be very interesting. I believe we have Tim down on the court trying to grab Sean Noel, so we'll see if he can get anything interesting for us. Tim?
All right, that's right, Pat. I'm standing by with Sean Noel, Director of Athletics here at Brookdale. And, Sean, we were talking about this last game. Let's talk a little bit about it again, since it's coming up now. Brookdale's going to have their second ever Hall of Fame induction ceremony going to be taking place this coming week. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, Friday, February 6th, Sheridan, Eatontown, Brookdale Athletics Hall of Fame. It's the second one ever. First class was inducted in 1979. So we're looking forward to a good night. It starts at 6 p.m., cocktail hour, 7 p.m. is dinner. And we have some great inductees going in this year. So we really look forward to it. And then on Saturday, before the game and actually during the game, we're having a brunch sponsored by the President's Brunch with all of the inductees. So it should be a nice Friday night and then Saturday brunch as well.
Now, what are the ticket prices if fans would like to come out and experience it at the Sheraton Eatontown? What are the ticket prices for that?
Ticket prices are $75 per person. And all the proceeds go to the Hall of Fame. It's run through the Alumni Association. We take credit card, but we do prefer check. You can make the check out to Brookdale Community College Alumni Association.
And is there a website that the people at home can learn more about the Athletics Hall of Fame?
Absolutely. They can go to brookdaleathletics.com. Scroll down about halfway down the page. You'll see a picture box that says Hall of Fame. Click on that. It'll give all the details on who the inductees are and details on the event itself. So.
All right, well, very, very good. What do you think about the game tonight? Brookdale leading by 10 heading into the half.
Good game. Always a sweep at 2 is good. We got the girls' game, so if we can keep with the guys, it's always a good thing. So.
All right, well, thanks so much, Sean. Appreciate it. That's Sean Noel, Director of Athletics here at Brookdale. We're going to take a break here on Brookdale Television. Brookdale going into the half up by 10, 35-25. Pat and Sean will be back for the second half. So stay tuned right here on Brookdale Television.
Welcome back, guys, to the Robert J. Collins Arena. We have the second half. Brookdale up 35-25 against the Camden Cougars. It's been a game of threes for Brookdale, and Terrell Cox has been the star.
Yeah, really a coming out party for him.
Yeah.
Both ends of the floor doing a great job on defense and offense, kind of running the offense for Coach Chizak. And we'll see if he can continue to dominate this matchup.
A couple of the guys in foul trouble for Camden as well, as we get an immediate long shot there by Isaiah Johnson. That'll make him 3 for 6 from behind the arc. That's a guy we wanted to keep our eye on, Cubbage, and there he goes.
Going to work.
Right off the bat.
Be interested to see if they decide to go to him more.
Yep.
Didn't really get a lot of touches in the first half.
The few he did, Norbert Allen was doing a good job defending it, yeah. Forcing Norbert Allen to head to the free throw line, earn his points. That was a really nice pass by Isaiah Johnson.
Yeah, and a good job by Corey Brown to start the penetration. Found Johnson on the baseline, and Johnson made the extra pass to the big man, Allen Cutting, as his man came over to help on Johnson.
Yeah. 3 fouls for Rosbia now. Switching up. Now Norbert Allen's going to take that second shot. Sinks it. 26-27. 19-20 left in this game.
Again, looking for the post of the big man.
Yeah.
No double team yet. Here it comes.
He wanted it earlier. You heard him saying it, Brown Johnson.
And if that's the offense they want to go with, they're going to have to spread the floor. Make the double team have to come from the other side of the floor, really open things up. But by having another player on his team kind of cut right through him, doesn't really open up too much space for him to work with. Good move there.
And he gets it in again.
And starting to get a couple back-to-back touches now. We'll be interesting to see if they decide to go to him more often.
Yeah, we'll see. I think Norbert Allen's only got one more possession to redeem himself, and then Crosby's in with those 2 fouls.
Good turnover there.
He is not satisfied with that. Nice look.
Yeah, Williams got some space, decided to pull it. Good hesitation dribble there by Brown. Goes to the basket, and they're going to count it.
Good play.
You see that from Brown. That hesitation dribble kind of gets in the lane, catches the defender in between, and just attacks him.
Chance to bring this back to a 10-point lead.
No good there. Looking for the big man. It's too far away from the basket for him.
Yeah.
Offensive foul. Good team defense there, rotating, and really just nowhere to go. I mean, you'd like him to make a pass out of that situation, but all the passing lanes were kind of cut off because the defense played it so well that even if he tried to force a pass, it might have been a turnover anyway. So great defense there by the Jersey Blues.
So now in the first 2 minutes, Brown Johnson and Rosby pick up their third foul.
Norbert Allen with a illegal screen there.
Foul charge number 34, Norbert Allen. His first.
.38-29, just under 18 minutes left on this clock.
A lot of high screens here.
Yeah.
Trying to get the big man work by himself there. Good move. Another good move. Allen's having a lot of trouble handling him now. He's putting the ball on the floor, making some moves, getting in good position. Allen's got to make him catch that ball away. We pointed out earlier in the game, he was catching the ball away from the basket, 18, 15 feet away from the basket, but he catches the ball 6 feet away from the basket. There's not much Allen can do down there. Good pass there to Allen. He's fouled.
So Cubbage is going to pick up a foul, it seems.
So Boschizek's going to stick with Norbert Allen. Even though Cubbage is kind of doing a little work.
That's only his first.
So that's big for them. With everybody
we're
else in foul trouble.
Yeah, we're only 2.5 minutes. They picked up 4 fouls already.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see going down the stretch here.
.38-31. Allen trying to make it 39 now. And it lands for him.
Chance to really cut it here. 8-point game now. Again, looking for Cubbage, but that's where you want him to catch the ball.
Yeah.
Way, way away from the basket. Make him take that tough jump shot. Listen, he's feeling it. But you know what?
Yeah.
If that's what's going to beat you, then you know what? Tip your hat, because that's a tough shot for him.
Yeah, that's the situation you want him in.
Yeah, I mean, you'd
rather force him to do that.
Ideally, you'd like to maybe contest that shot a little bit more, but you can kind of decide that. And a good tip in by the big man there.
Norbert Allen redeemed himself a bit with that putback.
He's got to start defending better. He's got to really focus his energy on stopping Cubbage, because they're going to go back to him. Now a little bit better defense this time. Cubbage inside, draws a foul. I thought Allen did a much better job of preventing Cubbage from going where he wanted to. Got him to spin away from the basket, which is what you want to do to as a defender on that play. But Cubbage just kind of got bailed out with a cheap foul there.
Sinks the first one.
Starting to get hot here, Cubage.
Yeah.
This is exactly what they need. They really were lacking, you know, the scoring in the first half. But if Cubage can get going here, start giving them problems.
Ali ends up the game for the Cougars.
Another quick substitution. Terrell Cox back on the ball now. Good rebound by Johnson. Good pass inside.
Wow, what a play by Isaiah Johnson.
Assisted by Johnson.
Ooh, tough shot there.
Yeah.
And there's that penetration game we talked about from Williams.
Isaiah Johnson gets it out.
Good
Oh,
pass
what
to
a
the big
pass.
man.
Corey Brown with the no-look pass. Couple fast possessions here for each team on offense.
Again, looking for the big man. Good denial there.
He got a hand on it. Now Isaiah Johnson's got Noah Dean to his left.
Oh.
And yeah.
A little too hopeful with that pass.
Oh, but a nice steal there by Terrell Cox.
They push it, they can have numbers. Good job by Brown.
Over down trying to tap it in twice. He grabs the rebound and the
Ooh.
putback. Nice.
Big time effort there by Norbert Allen.
Huge play by him. Brookdale back up to that comfortable 10-point lead now.
Allen giving it back to Cubage a little bit here.
Nice little hook.
Big men trading blows on both ends of the floor. Good defense there. Again, Allen affecting that shot.
Noah Dean looked like he came down awkward on that, but he's coming back in strong.
Brown almost got caught with a travel
Yeah,
there.
that was very close.
Got that ball out just in time on his second step there. You know, the ref will probably give you about a half a step with that ball tucked in there, but you're not going to get much more than that.
Coach Abatista wanted that one real bad. He's still beat up about it.
Good penetration there.
Yeah.
Oh, and defense just kind of got lost.
Break one. Brown. Johnson.
That's what Coach Cheedak was worried about at the beginning of the game when he spoke to him, that dribble penetration.
Yeah, and it's starting to manifest itself a little bit here. They've been doing a pretty good job against it, but not really in the last couple of minutes here.
49-39 with 14:27 left.
As we have a minute here, we talked about for the first time in 35 years, we're going to be inducting a new class into the Jersey Blues Hall of Fame, Brookdale Athletics Hall of Fame, that is. 2015 class will include such players as Mike Grimsley, Bill Hill, and the entire 2002 softball team, among others. There will be a banquet on Friday, February 6th at the Sheraton Hotel in Eatontown, followed by a President's Brunch on Saturday, and all the inductees will join us here on Saturday for the men's game. We'll have a little halftime, celebration, and there should be some fun stuff.
You can see the 2002 championship banners hanging up in the rafters. 47-9 record. Yeah, very impressive.
Quite impressive, yeah.
Yeah. They've got 3 of them hanging up there.
Yeah. Winning tradition here.
Can't beat it here at Brookdale. Classes have started for this semester. You can still register for the 11-week spring term. That starts in a few weeks here in February. So get in, talk to an advisor today, get those classes. What's a better time than right now?
Yeah, and people with Tuesday classes don't seem to be going to, haven't had too many classes this semester so far. Unfortunately, my class is Wednesday, so I've had it every week.
Yeah, I got a friend who still attends, and she's hoping every day.
Yeah.
Mondays and Tuesdays. Yeah.
Well, Mondays. I had that Monday 8 a.m. class last semester. That was rough.
Yep.
That's a tough one.
I know those.
But I'm so glad to be done with that.
Yeah. 49-39 coming out of that timeout.
Good move by Johnson.
Oh, and he goes so tough to the rim. You can't beat him.
I mean, he gets up there and gets tight to the rim. You can't do anything about that. Good rebound there. They like to push the pace here. Coach Cheedak on the run. Oh, tough pass.
Yeah,
there.
that was a bullet of a pass.
Yeah, probably a little too much on that. He had Cox you know, could have just thrown that to Cox, could have just caught and, you know, a little catch and shoot there, but threw it away. So a chance here to stop the run for Camden. Looking to post the big man up. Good spin move there.
Be called on Brian Reese.
Get his first action of the game.
Yeah.
Officially every player has entered the game for Brookdale.
They're going to call that Camden ball.
Cougars trying to get a basket here. Something they haven't had in a little while here.
Nice shot defense there by Crosby.
Again, Cubbage catching the ball pretty far away from the basket.
Yeah.
Taking a tougher shot for him.
Roseby is going to come in with those 3 fouls.
Heavy dose of Johnson here. Good pass.
Nice pass.
Johnson coming off that pick, finding his teammate. There's the push there by Williams, and you see what he's capable of.
Yeah.
He can catch you off guard. He's got some quick hands and quick feet. Again, Johnson off the pick.
Oh, yep.
But a good pass inside
Nice
by
move,
Cox.
yeah. He saw his pass lane was pretty cluttered, so he got it out to Terrell Cox with a much better look at it. We'll see if Cox can start to fire that back up again. He's kind of sizzled out so far in this second half from what he was doing in the beginning.
Big man finally getting the basket here.
Terrell Cox only picking up his first. In good position now.
Both teams with 4 team fouls. Cubbage can't hit the second. No, the first rather, the and one.
Cox diving in for that rebound, and he's bringing it back
Good
down.
pass to Adams. Shuffled his feet, but got away with it.
Yeah.
Or rather, to Crosby. Crosby, the beneficiary of a couple nice passes here. See DeAndre Williams going to work. Not much there. Good defense by Cox. He's doing a pretty good job on him all night.
Finding Brian Reese Jr. all the way down in the corner. Luckily hauling that pass in. Isaiah Johnson wide open. Easy.
Brookdale starting to flow on both sides of the court here. Getting stops and getting baskets on the other end. Good. Cubbage pretty far away from the basket.
Yeah.
Try and get a little bit closer. Good move to get inside. Can't
Nice
finish.
job, yeah. Good job by Crosby. Playing clean defense, trying to stay a little bit away from him.
Ooh.
Oh, that would have been something else.
They're going to call Crosby for the foul there. The loose ball foul, I believe, coming over the back. So far, the foul's not a huge issue for Camden.
No, it was at the beginning, but they've slowed it down a lot.
They've been able to play a lot better on the defensive end, although allowing some buckets, but not committing fouls.
Yeah, they haven't committed a foul in the past 6 minutes. So it's been very good for them. They've corrected that mistake. Hey, got to grab that rebound. It was good defense by Brian Reese Jr. 60-43, just about at 11 minutes now.
Good defense from Cox. Tough shot there.
Yeah, but another rebound, and yeah. Crosby, that's going to be his fourth.
Looks like he's going to come out.
Noah Dean heading in.
Fourth personal, 6, team foul. Dean checks into the game for Brookdale.
That's going to be on Justin Harris, his second now.
So that's a tough call there.
Yeah.
This game in danger of getting away from Camden.
Yeah.
Unable to get stops, and really not much going on the offensive end either for them.
17-point lead for Brookdale.
Good defensive possession here. See Coach Chizek talking to Corey Brown. I don't know how he wanted him to fix that situation.
Williams trying to get, oh no, and that's going to, 3-shot, yep.
He almost made that too.
Yeah.
If he can knock all 3 of these down, go a long way to getting back in this game. That also puts Brookdale in the bonus situation, so any foul going forward committed against Camden will put them at the line.
First one went, and the second one lands as well. Still got a lot of time to order from Domino's, guys. Domino's Red Bank, located at 60 English Plaza in downtown Red Bank. You can get the app on your phone, call it in, go to the website, do whatever you want, but get yourself some pizza. Get yourself some chicken wings. And look good going out of his hands.
Couldn't get it to go down.
Yeah.
A lot of the same, you know, from Camden, just penetration, but not able to finish.
Oh, and Isaiah Johnson.
And Johnson does just the opposite, the other end, finishes, gets the foul.
He is fired up. So now he's got the N1 opportunity.
Foul zone 33, Sam Ageti. That's his third personal foul. Covey checked back in.
So that's 3 players with 3 fouls, Johnson, Ageti, and Rosbia. They get the ball out. That was a good putback.
And again, Brown Johnson, you know, not much there, but his teammate kind of bailed him out.
Yeah, he really did.
Cox doing a little bit of crossing over at Brown Johnson himself. Good pass inside. Corey
Really
Brown,
good
no
pass,
look.
I looked, trying to see if he was passing out to Isaiah Johnson. Noah Dean was already scoring the basket. Trying to get Cubbage up top again. Forcing him to take that shot.
Trying to post up Brown Johnson. Interesting.
Yeah.
Pulls it there. Good shot.
15-point lead now for Brookdale Jersey Blues. 9 minutes left in this game.
Blues started to pull away here.
Oh, it's like water.
Isaiah Johnson just letting it fly. A big time block by Noah Dean.
That was big, yeah.
A good job of Cox to keep that ball alive. Brian Reese from the corner. No good. The loose ball foul there. So that'll put, looks like Cubbage at the line for the one-on-one opportunity.
Noah Dean, first personal, 8.
Brookdale starting to rack up the fouls here.
Bennett checks in for Brookdale.
So that one goes. 68-51 now.
No good on the second.
Nodine crashing in and grabbing that rebound.
Brookdale showing some patience here on the offensive end. Kind of going back to what's been working. Isaiah Johnson. Pass to Dean there.
Oh, almost rolls in.
But again, Isaiah Johnson creating for his teammates. Draws a double team. Noah Dean cuts to the basket. Finds himself with a pretty good look at the basket.
So now both teams in the bonus with 8:19 left and a 17-point lead for Brookdale. And first shot, no good.
Pace kind of slowing down a little bit. A lot of fouls here.
Yeah.
Both teams starting to feel it a little bit. Maybe a little bit of, that fast pace we had in the first half starting to catch up with everybody, and especially with the situation on the bench for the Camden Cougars. Not a lot of guys to come in. So
4 guys with 3 fouls.
Pretty good look there. Oh, good.
Good rebound, yeah.
Yeah, Rosby has been doing a pretty good job on the boards.
Yeah. And Coach Chizak will take a timeout with just under 8 minutes remaining in this game. Still holding on to that 17-point lead. And Isaiah Johnson, I mean, him and Terrell Cox was more in the first half, but Isaiah Johnson has been going all
They've kind of
game.
been taking turns going back and forth on the offensive end.
Yeah.
And both doing a great job on the defensive end, stopping the dribble penetration of the guards for Camden. And all around, pretty amazing performance. We haven't seen them play this well in a while.
It's been raining threes all night here at the Collins Arena, going back even to the women's game. Isaiah Johnson's 5 for 7 from behind the arc. Corey Brown got himself one. Terrell Cox is 2 for 2, so we got a Coach Danson down there.
There we go.
Wish you could have got a shot of that. That was good. He was breaking it down.
Cheerleaders heading off. A great job of entertaining the crowd tonight. Pretty entertaining game here.
Yeah, no, it's been a great game. It's just the way we called it, like we said. And this was a big game for both of these teams.
Yeah.
We're rounding out the season. Every one of these region games count. So you really need to pull these ones away.
And this game was pretty close for a while. Brookdale kind of went on a run, started, really playing both ends of the floor really well. And, now if Camden wants, to get back in this game, they're going to need next couple possessions to really lock it down on the defensive end and get some easy baskets. They're going to have to stop Johnson. That's the first priority.
It's not really an insurmountable, deficit they have to overcome.
But if they continue to foul, there's nothing they're going to be able to do about it. So put Johnson line for the 1-on-1.
See who that one was on.
Foul number 1, DeAndre Williams.
That's only his second. Still a lot of time left. Johnson makes the first, so he can take the second.
Well done there. Yeah, Brown Johnson handling the ball a lot in the second half here.
Yes, yeah, he really has been. They've kind of taken it out of Williams' hands for the most part. following that second half, or the first half against Terrell Cox.
Noah Dean trying to guard the big man, Cubbage. Commits the foul there, puts Cubbage at the line.
Only Noah Dean's second.
And going forward now, Camden will shoot 2 free throws every time they are fouled.
Makes the first. And if they're having a tough first half, he's been really doing well for them. That's now 14
he's almost
points.
a different player in the second half.
It's 14 points just in the second half for
I mean,
Cubbage.
he's been their primary go-to guy here.
Yeah.
And when he's not getting the ball, they're having a lot of problems scoring.
Yeah. Ooh, that was a big confusion there. Oh, trying to save it. Yeah, there's 3 guys all in the same area.
Someone probably went to the wrong spot, and they all kind of got crossed up and didn't know who was actually supposed to get the ball. So tough spot to be in there.
7-minute mark now. Brookdale with a 15-point lead.
Johnson trying to create. And if you're Camden, you need stops at this point. Can't afford to trade baskets. Reese from way downtown. That's no good. And if you're Camden, that's probably a shot that you want. Reese from way downtown. Oh, and nobody picks up.
Reese was going down towards the paint and then cut back up behind Johnson for some reason.
They're just wide open under the basket. Nobody picked them up, and this is exactly what they need. 13 points all of a sudden. Still over 6 minutes to go here. Another big stop here. We can have ourselves maybe a timeout from Coach Gizek. Nowhere to go there. Big 3 here.
Oh, it doesn't go.
And that could be, this could be some. Oh, good move inside there. Chance to cut it to 11 now. Chipping away here.
Mm-hmm. This is exactly what they need to do. Keep having these big defensive possessions.
And a lot of it's been getting points with the clock stopped now. Drawing a lot of fouls, getting to the free throw line. Chance to make up points and not have any time to go off the clock. That's exactly what you need if you're down by this much.
You're always going to the line now. First shot goes.
And after the first couple free throws were missed by Camden, I think they've done a pretty good job of knocking the rest of them down.
Wonder where the game would be right now if they would have sank some of them. They're going to push it now.
Putting the big man on him. Rosby probably, Isaiah Johnson probably got up 4 inches or so, but that doesn't matter. He just gets to the basket.
He's got that extra step.
In and out there. Not a bad look.
No. Banged in and out.
Johnson again. Draws the foul.
That's going to be his 4th. Conversation about the substitution.
A technical foul was originally called, but I think maybe a misunderstanding as as Coach Albatista maybe talking to his players. The referee maybe misinterpreted, thought he was talking to him. So we'll see what the officials decide here.
Officials are going to have a little discussion, so we'll have a little discussion about Domino's. I mean, why not? I've been told the thin crust is the new hot ticket item, And what a better place to get it from than Domino's or Red Bank. 60 English Plaza. You can call, you can type, you can talk to the app on the phone, you can do whatever you want. As long as you get that pizza delivered right now, get some late night snacks.
It's never too late for pizza.
You got that right.
Johnson doing a good job of knocking down his free throws.
Yeah. It's been a big factor on the offense for them tonight. He's got to be nearing 30 points. He's got 15 just in threes. He's got at least 6 in free throws.
Big game for Johnson.
Yeah.
Still ways to go here. Over 5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
There's DeAndre Williams. He's been pretty quiet.
Yeah. It's very spotty, and those spots don't come very often.
Cubbage, nowhere to go there. Makes the shot and gets fouled.
Yeah.
A lot of movement there, but kept his pivot foot down. Made a good move and drew the foul. And he's really just working down there. And the second half has been, all the offense they've had, really.
Norbert Allen's third.
Could make this free throw, make it a 12-point game. There it is. Within reach now at this point, but Camden's got to get stops. They got to stop fouling and start getting stops on the defensive end and baskets on the offensive end. Johnson's really got to get contained, but there's nothing they can do about it. Johnson is torching them right now.
They're going to take advantage of this again.
Again, Cubbage draws a foul. It's on Allen again.
2 quick fouls for him. And Coach Chizak is really caught in a bad spot. Norbert Allen 4, Crosby with 3. And Brian Reese Jr. is another, tall body out there. He's not as meaty as, those 2 guys down in the paint, but he really hasn't been performing that well tonight. He's really going to have no choice.
Crosby will come in and he'll try to guard Cubbage. We'll see how he does. You got to continue to be aggressive. And you have 3 fouls, but, you got to continue to be aggressive on Cubbage and not let him get in position where he wants to be. Because he is torching them right now.
12-point lead now for Brookdale as we just passed the 4.5 minute mark.
Johnson trying to create something.
15 seconds on the shot clock.
Oh, ball almost stolen there.
Nice job by Crosby following it up. 7 seconds now.
So Johnson to try to create something here. Draws the foul. Bailed out by the foul call there.
Yep.
And every time Camden comes down and just can't get that stop, Johnson just does something to frustrate them.
So now that's 2 guys with 4 fouls. Number 15, Justin Harris, and number 24, Raquan Brown Johnson. Johnson's been on the bench for some time now since he picked that foul up. We'll see if they sub in Jameel Ali. He's really the one guy who's not in that bad of foul trouble along with Cubbage, but, he's going to have to remain out on the floor, obviously. Now they're going to put Brown Johnson back in.
Yeah, there's not enough time. You need your best players out there right now.
Yep.
There's no time to sit anybody. If he fouls out, he fouls out. But
yeah.
at this
Ali's
point,
been quiet.
If you have a lead, it's a different story. Even if it's a 1, 2, 3 point game. But at this point, you need your best guys out there, and you got to produce.
Yeah, Ali's been very quiet the game, so I would agree with you and take that chance.
Good defensive possession there. Crosby really forcing a tough shot there from Cubbage. That's an offensive foul. Illegal screen. Had some issues with that today. The illegal screens.
There has been a decent amount called, more than normal.
Again, another chance to just chip away at this lead. The clock is ticking. First good shot they get, they got to take.
Yeah, they can't hesitate too much. Not a lot of time. Dean picking up 2 quick fouls there. So now you got Allen and Dean with 4 fouls apiece.
And Dean pleading his case to the official, saying he got his hand slapped away. And look at that from up here, but referee is really calling it tight here down the stretch.
.313 remaining, trying to make it a 11-point deficit.
And it looks like Coach Abatusa is going to go offense-defense with Brown Johnson, kind of get him out there for the offensive possession, but get him off the floor on the defensive end so you can pick up that foul. At this point, with 3 minutes left, you can kind of use ball stoppages and timeouts to kind of do what you want with the offense-defense rotation. Bennett and one.
Nice move by Bennett.
And just when you thought Camden's going to break through, Bennett just gets to the lane, finishes at the basket, draws the foul.
Brown Johnson checks in.
Right on cue there. Brown Johnson comes in for the offensive possession.
Trying to put 80 up on the board. If he makes this one, good. He sinks it.
Really nice job of knocking down the free throws today. Tough shot.
Yeah.
Good offensive rebound.
12
Again,
points.
They need stops, though. You got to stop fouling and actually get defensive stops. Yeah. If I'm Brookdale, I get Rashawn Johnson. I attack Brown Johnson right now. Bennett pulls it. No good.
It's a little early in the shot clock. Catch a break and they're staying down
you see
here.
Coach Chizek letting his players know. Take some time up, get a better shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly, yep, he just said it. Brand new shot clock now. Make it a smart shot. He didn't like it, calling a timeout. I don't blame him.
Wants to make sure his guys know exactly what the situation they're in is.
Yep.
Let them know that there's 30 seconds. We're going to use at least 25 of it.
Yeah.
No bad shots. Don't throw the ball away. And if you miss a shot, if it's a good shot, we miss it. We run the clock, and even that's in our favor. So
yeah, you want to get everybody on the same page at this point in the game.
Good timeout there.
So if you want to catch some more of this high-flying action like you've seen tonight, the college basketball season might end, but the Harlem Globetrotters are kicking it up on March 17th and 18th. That's a Tuesday and a Wednesday next month. The world-famous Globetrotters, some of the best athletes and entertainers on the planet. It is the 2015 Washington Generals Revenge Tour.
There it is.
See if they can get that win they've been hunting for all these years. It's going to be a great challenge for the Globetrotters, so bring the whole family down. Have some fun. Tickets are on sale now. You can head over to ticketweb.com or harlemglobetrotters.com. You can see there for more information as well. Collins Arena box office will have them soon as well. 732-224-2070. So get those tickets because they will sell very quick.
Yeah, it's a hot ticket. Always a good show when the Globetrotters come to town.
And what a better arena to come to. We will be hosting the Region 19, just the Division III this year. Last year we had 2 and 3. So it'll be a day and a half, basically. We'll have all the semifinals.
We'll be here
on Thursday.
Yeah, early morning Thursday, about 10 a.m. 11 o'clock, I think, the first game.
Thursday, February 27th, I believe.
26th,
28th
on Saturday.
Exactly.
We'll be here for the early part of the day on Saturday.
So we'll have the 2 championship games at that point.
And a much different approach this year for the Region 19 tournament. Coming in as a mid-level seed for both the men and the women, for that matter.
Yeah.
Something that maybe we're not used to. So some competition early on in that tournament.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be some great games here. I mean, it always is. You're looking at the best basketball here in this region, so, and you get to punch your ticket to that national championship tournament. Have they announced where it is this year? I haven't seen yet.
No.
Yeah, I haven't seen yet. Now, last year was a bit of a hike for the women had to go to Minnesota.
Yeah.
The men were upstate New York. They were in Rochester or somewhere around that area.
Got fouled. Yep. Again, a very slow finish. A lot of fouls here, but you know what? It's kind of keeping Camden in the game here.
Yeah, I think Crosby's out on that one. If that was on him, that would be his fifth.
I think it was Noah Dean.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Dean. So he's out as well, yeah.
That's his fifth personal.
So now the coaches are going to have a discussion who they want to bring in. Tyler Grzeski, very, very tough, hard-nosed player, not a bad substitution.
Garzeski checks in for Brookdale.
Grzeski's always fired up no matter when he goes in the game.
Heads in for Camden.
Again, Brookdale, a lot of fouls down the stretch here, really keeping them alive.
Yeah.
Camden just hanging on by a thread, but these free throws keep going down. They're inching their way back. 2 minutes to go, still plenty of time if you're Camden.
Ali hits on the court for Camden.
Sinks the second. 11 points now.
Bit of a full court press here. Good job by Cox to push the ball.
Really just
Now-
finishing
yeah.
out a great night for him.
And Brookdale's really going to just try to take as much time off the clock here and get a good shot. Again, putting the ball in Johnson's hands. And they say another illegal screen. That time it's on Crosby.
So if Crosby's out now, Norbert Allen's going to have to go in with 4.
Foul ball number 20. Ryan Crosby. That's his fifth.
Just as you said it, Pat, Norbert Allen checks into the game. So now the foul trouble is starting to affect Brookdale a little bit, something we didn't
Yeah.
think would happen necessarily, but
Yeah, I was counting fouls for them the whole time. And now Brookdale, they got 2 guys fouled out, too. They're big guys now on the bench.
Brookdale in danger now of letting this lead get away.
Yeah.
No good there, and a good job of rebounding there by the big man.
Ooh, Terrell Cox almost lost there. He's got to slow it up, and he's going to get fouled. And he's out. That'll be his 5th.
DeAndre Williams. His fifth.
So people dropping left and right here.
Yeah.
For Camden.
So now only 6 guys now for Camden as we go forward in the last minute and a half here.
Sinks that one.
Cox been quieted a little bit in the second half, but
Yeah.
definitely contributing in other ways besides just scoring the ball.
And sinks that one as well.
Good clutch free throws there. Another stoppage here.
Foul number 11. Isaiah Johnson. His first.
See, Isaiah Johnson, he amazes me with that all the time. That's only his first foul.
Yeah.
The whole game.
Yep.
He's always doing that. He plays such a clean game. He's so good at drawing the fouls. And
You always see him involved, but
yeah.
on the defensive end, he's always making plays, but
They're
not
always committed on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Minute 23 left. 83 to 71.
There's a missed free throw there. Now starting to pressure the ball here, trying to get something. Too much time taken off the clock here.
Yeah.
If you're Camden. But you don't want to foul.
Way too much.
Good kick there. Good job of Grzeski to pull that back out. Johnson, 9 seconds. And the foul.
And he's out as well. That is Justin Harris's 5th.
And that's it. 5 guys left.
Foul number 15.
Jamil Ali's got no choice.
His fifth. heads in for the Cougars.
So that's it. These 5 are the only 5 he's got left. First one is good.
54 seconds left. 84-71.
Brookdale, you want to just force a tough shot. Kuzeski does a good job of that.
Yep, real good
Big man
job.
grabs the rebound. That's probably going to do it here, folks.
Yeah. About 7 seconds.
Yes, a tough win, but definitely really good, smart play down the stretch.
Yeah.
Johnson taking over in the second half. Cox had a big first half. Both doing a great job on the defensive end. A lot of good things to take away from this game if you're Coach Chizak.
Absolutely, yeah. Isaiah Johnson just dribbling it out.
Oh, double dribble there, just unable to control that ball.
Yeah. Shot clock turned off now, 15.5.
Playing it out here.
Three is no good. Yeah, his foot was out of bounds when he tried to grab that again.
5 seconds.
Just trying to run this one out. That's all she wrote, so now Brookdale will improve to 12-9, and this will push them ahead of Camden on the region rankings as well. They were both really close neck and neck. Now they're going to be 11-6. Camden's going to drop down to 10-6. So this game really had a lot of implications going towards the end of this season. They go next Thursday. We will be here covering the game against Northampton. The late game again at 7 o'clock. Looking ahead, I mean, it's all region games. Then they have Saturday against Sussex at noon, and then they go at Atlantic Cape to Bergen, or no, back home at Bergen and Union. So that's a lot of region games to end out the schedule.
Yeah, and Coach Chizak, you know, before the game talked about it, he said we have 6 games, big games coming up. Every game is big because it's a region game, and we have to secure our positioning. You know, you want to move up. You want to move up a little bit, you know, as much as you can even in the standings. Get yourself a better seed when you come in here for the Region 19 tournament. Get yourself in a good spot. You know, keep this play going. If you know you can win 5 out of the next 6, you know, put a stretch together here and really just keep working on what's gotten you here. The defense is getting better. You know, the rebounding is getting better. Offensive games are developing, especially from guys like Allen and Crosby.
Yeah.
Johnson is just become the
fire.
star of this team.
Yeah.
You know, guys, Cox in the last couple of games really stepping up his game. And if you can start getting contributions on the offensive end from everybody, then defensively you really lock it down. You got yourself something special.
Yeah, like you brought it up great. I mean, Cox and Johnson, 2 of the guys who were freshmen out on the court. I mean, the maturity level from that has risen through the roof through the end of this season.
Yeah, and we've seen it from Johnson in spurts this year. But Cox, has been a solid, starter for this team and a solid kind of glue guy. Did a lot of, the handling of the ball, a lot of finding his teammates, and a lot of the defensive, the tough defensive assignments. But now getting a little bit more of responsibility, shooting the basketball, and, coming off his screens and finding his teammates and doing a really good job adjusting to that, giving Isaiah Johnson a bit of a break from handling the ball in the entire game.
So I believe Tim was wrestling away Coach Chizak for us. So Tim, what do you got?
All right, that's right, Pat. I'm standing by with head coach Paul Chizak for the Brookdale Jersey Blues men's basketball team. And, Coach, you led by 10 at halftime. You got off to a little bit of a shaky start in the second half. Camden started to come back a little bit, but you were able to hold them off in the end, and you win 85-71. Take us through the night.
Well, I thought we did a great job defensively. I thought the big kids inside worked really hard. We got on the glass. Noah did a tremendous job. Noah had 7 defensive rebounds in the first half, which was important. We also shot the ball really well. We were 5 for 9 in the first half at 3. But I think we got great percentage shots, and that's important, number one. Number two, we put up 85 points, but I thought our defense was pretty solid. There was a lot of fouls called. I thought we went to the line and did a decent job with the free throw line. So this is a game we needed, and we stressed defense in practice yesterday heavily and important about rebounding and just kind of moving the ball around and getting it to the right spot. And so I thought it was a team effort. It was a good team effort.
Would you say this team has improved as opposed to maybe about a month or two ago in practice and on the field?
Well, I think the one problem with junior college is you have young guys, you have, there's a lot of new guys, you have a couple of transfers, but we're on actually today we have 6 games left, now we have 5, and 4 of the 5 are home. It's key for us to win those, put ourselves in a much better position in the playoffs. I think they're starting to pick it up, get the idea. It's hard because we've had a lot of success, national championship, finishing 3rd, we've won the region 3 times in a row. All those things, a lot of these guys haven't experienced it yet. So as we get closer, I think that'll start to affect them. And I think the biggest thing for us is we have to play as a team. It's kind of corny to sound, but we started to play tonight a lot of good help defense. We took 3 charges. So that was a factor. We only have 5 turnovers in the first half. So we're getting better with controlling the ball. So all that put together, I think the young guys will start to feel that chance to make a run to the playoffs.
Looking ahead now to this Thursday, you're going to play Northampton here at home. Any mindset going in? I know it's a quick turnaround for you guys.
We play Thursday against Northampton, Saturday against Sussex, and then we play again next week. So the games are coming at us. Tomorrow's practice, we'll go right to work tonight. We'll, dissect what we did last time. We haven't played Northampton. We haven't seen them, so that it's going to be, we're going to have to do some little research. But the key is I think it's always about defense. And if we come out and play defense and get after it, because championship games are 165, 63, low 70s, so you got to play defense. And I think that's what we'll work on tomorrow. And it's just taking one game at a time. And if we can do that, I think we can move ourselves in a pretty good, solid position for the playoffs. And one positive thing, the Final Four is here. That's our ultimate goal, to get to the Final Four.
All right, well, best of luck to that, and certainly best of luck on Thursday.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's head coach Paul Chiswick again joining us at the end of the game tonight. His team winning 85-71 over Camden. We'll be back on Thursday. Coverage for both of our games, so the men and the women, start at 5 p.m. here on Brookdale Television. Until then, everybody, for Pat and Sean up in the booth, I'm Tim Catafamo. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we'll see you on Thursday. Good night.